Welcome back to Strange Waves, and this is take 5. This is the podcast where we try to take a deeper look at the important and unimportant questions of life. I'm your host, Mallow, and today we have the lovely...
I go by Nabatronus Maximus, but you can just call me Nick. I had to make an email for, social studies class back in 8th grade.
Is that where it came from?
That's where it came from. I made my email, and I was like, what sounds cool? And I was thinking about Primus, and everything, and then I just went like, oh, my initials are NAB, Nabatronus, and then, oh, Maximus sounds very Transformers-ish, so Nabatronus Maximus. Whoa.
Nice. Okay.
No, it's not. I have to use it on work. It sucks.
I love it. It's amazing.
I'm filling out forms.
But before we go any further, quick disclaimer. Offensive material may be present, so listen at your own risk.
So if you don't like the sound of my voice, just click off of this now.
Well, I'm not going to say that about my voice because I don't like the sound of my voice, so I'm assuming not many people do.
No, your voice is alright. My voice is the one that sucks.
Nah, man. Well, I heard the thing about, everybody hates their own voice. Well, not everybody, but quite a few people hate their own voice.
I'm one of those people.
And as always, in other news, we'd like to thank, the music. Now, we're going to go in order from the least important to the most important. And we have 2 tied for the least important. We have the intermission music and the throughout the music, throughout the podcast music. That is, throughout the podcast is Chill by Sakura HZ. It is a very banging song.
It slaps.
If you want to use that for streaming, that's a great idea, dude. Sounds great. It's a really chill song. In other news, the intermission music is elevator music royalty free by Oscar.
I love that you use elevator music.
Thank you so much. I thought it was appropriate.
I mean, elevator music's pretty good.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I imagine that elevator music is what's played in hell.
Well, hell must not be that bad, though.
Yeah. I don't imagine it as just brimstone and fire and all that. I just imagine it as nice brimstone bricks and lakes of fire, not entirely out of fire.
With slightly less than comfortable humidity.
Yeah. Maybe plants on the windowsill that are kind of dead, but still kind of there.
Makes you wonder, why are you still here?
Yeah. Most of the flowers are gone, but you still got a flower or 2 poking out here or there.
You've got that one stump that just won't die.
Yeah. But the most important song, the most important laddie we got here. Woo! Yeah, it is the wonderful and very talented. You want to do the honors?
Kid Curl with his song Vendetta.
It's a real banger.
It slaps, man.
It slaps 2 times.
You should check him out on SoundCloud.
Slaps so fine. You listen anytime. Yeah, that's
You were going on. Fine. I was thinking of a song.
So I am just checking really quick. I think that's everything that I have to go through as legal and probably mostly legal.
It's better to
stuff.
Cover your tail.
Yeah. You gotta make sure, people can't be like, oh, you didn't tell us, you guys are gonna talk about murdering hobos or running elderly people over with trains.
That's what the offensive tag is for, people. That's what he says at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's your warning to click off.
Exactly. Now, of course, there are some people who say that you need to do triggers and stuff.
If you can't catch
but that. Triggers trigger me, so I don't like doing them.
Yeah, no, I don't.
So if you don't support me, then you trigger me.
I guess I'll leave then.
And if you're triggered by anything that I say, then that triggers me, and I'm going to sue you.
Bro,
Thank you very much.
If you get triggered by something that triggers me, I Gus from Psych.
Yeah.
You know where he's what is it he calls when someone starts crying? He's a
empathetic.
Empathetic crier.
I don't know, something like that.
I empathetically get triggered.
I always mix the two up.
It's either empathetic or sympathetic.
Same difference. But no, I have trigonometry, which means the fear of being triggered.
Trigonometry.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But no, the lovely gentleman sitting in front of me today is actually one of the members of the company that we're trying to get started up. Hell yeah.
I was gonna say who we are, but no Navy here.
No, none of that.
No, we're on the land.
Unfortunately.
No, I like ground.
I was talking mostly about the below ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anything's better than above ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he's one of the geniuses behind our master team.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
We're trying to make games, probably other stuff, webcomics, podcasts, YouTube stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna dabble.
Yeah, dabbling,
not dabbing. Dabbling.
I dabble all the time.
Dabble. Oh god, that's on the internet.
There's no camera; they can't see us.
I
but
know.
if you want to be a lovely patron, then we could potentially get up a camera.
Yeah.
And it's not that much.
We really would put a not safe for work tag on if we get cameras.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
They're seeing our faces.
Wait, you're not wearing pants either?
I'm wearing shorts for everybody at home.
I'm wearing pants.
No one asked you.
Oh. No, Patreon though. It's lovely. And get this, right? So, if you donate even $1 to Patreon, you get access to our exclusive Discord server. We'll give you some of the behind-the-scenes information, plus access to our D&D server, or not our D&D server, but our D&D games, which I will be doing. I'm not sure. I'm thinking that I'll probably scale it to how many people are in the server up to a certain point.
You do separate rooms.
That's potential.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of DM friends, so
yeah, you could split it into different rooms, and you can like hop between, or
yeah.
If we want to stream it, you could have like the DM stream.
Yeah, we could probably do like a special one for people who pay like $5, and that's like the exclusive like streaming dungeon D&D game.
I dig it,
but no, we're kind of just waiting on people to start coming into the Patreon Discord server. Whenever that starts happening, then we'll start up the D&D server. As long as there's one person in there, I'll be doing the D&D.
as long as we hit it before we turn 40.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking like 50, maybe late 60s.
Yeah, you should. Maybe 71.
I think it's 69.
69?
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of stuff going around right now.
Yeah.
For one, there's the Rona.
Big Rona.
So I heard that if you say the name on a YouTube video, it gets it's unmonetizable. Isn't that stupid?
It is.
Which I don't care, so I'm gonna say it. Corona, COVID-19, COVID-20, COVID-21.
Hey, what's COVID-9 plus COVID-10?
COVID-21.
Yup. Oh, we're going to hell.
Yeah. No. No, I'm going to hell for something I said the other day. So, are you familiar with James Marriott? Marriott?
That sounds like a familiar name.
So he released a song the other day. So I commented on it. And I said, this song is sicker than China, Italy, and America combined.
Oh my god. What was his name?
James Marriott. Try Marriott.
There we go.
Is that it? Did I spell it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's a legend. He's great.
Oh god.
James Marriott, come on my podcast. You won't.
Okay. That's enough.
Yeah.
He's got those clickbait titles.
Yeah. But he's got the clickbait titles, right? He lives up to it. So
I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
So,
like all the other YouTubers who I don't even recognize.
Right. And like they'll answer the thumbnail, or they'll do something about the thumbnail like last minute, and it'll be vague.
My favorite thing to hate about people like that is like, what's up guys, how are you doing? Can stay till the end of the video because we got something really cool to show you, but you gotta wait. And then you get the 30 minutes down, or the 20 minutes at the end of the video, and it's like, guys, we got new merch. Or guys, look at this mug. Isn't this mug fucking nice? Nice.
Nah, man.
But
if you're gonna promote merch, do it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Or like with what I'm doing, like during the intermission time.
Yeah, I mean,
because like that's appropriate, right?
It is. It's like, don't, unless the item or the subject matter is like worth waiting the 20 minutes to get to the end of the video, don't pull stuff like that.
Like be like, oh, I'm pregnant, or I don't know.
It's like, is that why the camera was above your waist the whole time?
Yeah. Or oh, I'm moving.
It's like,
it's like, that's a big thing. That's something. Oh no, do you have the Rona?
No, don't inhale when you drink anything or eat anything. That's a thing I keep learning, and I'm 20 years old, man.
It's okay, I have that problem too. No.
Yes.
People be
they be whack, yo.
People be whack, yo.
They be whack.
Yeah. But in terms of YouTube, we are planning on doing YouTube stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
If we can get Burnout Paradise done.
Yeah.
Work, that'll be a thing.
Yeah, because I got it. It should be fun.
It's a childhood addiction. That's what it was. It's so strong anymore because I've gone through pretty much beaten the game, and it's one of those games where you beat it once and it's just like, ooh, I got all the cars. What do I do now? It's one of the...
It's like me with Binding of Isaac. I have all the characters. I've beaten everything with them, except for the last three. The Lost, the Keeper, and I think it was Lilith are really hard to beat anything with.
I am... Oh my god.
What?
Your Xbox.
Oh, I'll turn it off.
Yeah, no, it's wanting to join NASA.
Better than your computer.
Oh, you're right. I load up War Thunder. I just get... Once I log in, I'm not even doing anything. There's no moving objects whatsoever. And my laptop, it's just like, you said I can join NASA. I'm joining NASA.
So, but ultimately, I wanted to go and try a new kind of format for the podcast, because I don't think that just asking people questions is really doing it. Yeah,
I've still got a little bit of an itch.
So I am trying a little bit of a different kind of method right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I always love to see some comments. It's very I don't know. It's a fun thing. It's something I look forward to. But I wanted to ask you about. So we were talking about Corona a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of thoughts that a second wave is going to be going out.
I think there's going to be a second wave.
And I think part of that we have to talk about something else that's been going on too. The protests.
Yeah.
Now, I talked about this a little bit in the last episode when I wasn't really too well informed. I was keeping my stance neutral because obviously I didn't know as much.
Don't want to step on toes.
Exactly. But now I do know quite a bit more about what happened and like what everything's going on and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of really nice positive protests. A lot of people doing, great. Like I've seen this one officer dude. He starts going on about this speech, getting all the rioters, or not rioters, but the protesters.
Yeah, the protesters.
And the police force kind of pumped up,
Yeah.
That was pretty dope, Everybody was happy, everybody was getting along.
Yeah. We were closing one night at my store, and one of the manager that was closing, she was talking about, there was this airport, it was out west, I think, it was like protesters and police, they were just partying. Like
protesters and police.
Yeah, just dancing, cool. Like just hanging out, not doing anything, and they were doing like the conga or something.
All right.
Yeah,
I respect that. That's cool.
It was like there's ways to do it, and that's one of it. Like you want to. I know what they're trying to go for. I know what they're trying to achieve and everything. Yeah. But this, I also think, like you want to have a better relationship with, between the civilians and the police.
Yeah.
Like you don't want the. I gotta think about this. You don't want the police to be like an overbearing, totalitarian force. I don't like that word, totalitarian.
It's a good word.
It is, but it's
like what is it? It's like a 20-point word or something.
Yeah, I've never played Scrabble.
Really? It's a great game.
Yeah, I know. I've never played it.
I played it on my phone for a while, and then like every game that I play, it gets boring, so I delete it.
Yeah. Watch this.
But it's a fun game.
Yeah. Everything that's happening right now is just some alien playing a game. He's getting bored, so he switched on creative mode and was just screwing around. Let's just hope he doesn't buy the zombie DLC. That's gonna suck. Really.
I don't know. I think zombies would be kind of cool.
Zombies would be a great distraction, but
I mean, there'd be a lot more to worry about than
I like my internal organs inside my body.
I mean, I'm indifferent.
I got too much I want to do right now. Moist.
Thank you. But no, I've seen a lot of bad things as well too.
Yeah, it's
not only just like the brute force, the rioting, just the really awful behaviors, but also the unsafe behaviors, because even peaceful protests right now that are going on, there's a lot of people standing really close to each other, not wearing face masks.
There was a thing I saw. It was the Philippines, I believe. They were having their own protest against the government or something.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Not to sound,
Well, no, I mean the government over there's messed up.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But
come on our podcast, Philippine government. You won't.
Oh no, don't. No, I don't wanna. I like where I'm living. I like living. I don't want to be.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna stay here, but they can come over here and do the podcast.
Like, as long as you get some McDonald's on the way, but
yeah. No, I mean I provide free drinks for everybody who does my podcast. So.
Ooh, excuse me. But they were protesting over something, but they were like 6 feet apart and everything, and it was a picture of them on the road. I saw it on Reddit. I see a lot of things on Reddit, but I
try to stay away from Reddit.
I try to stay away from Reddit too, but I keep finding myself going back and looking at the popular stuff and everything, and you see a lot of good things that are happening. Like I think there's actual progress being made from the stuff you see, but then you also see negative, positive, and then it repeats. There's more negative things than good things, and granted, you have to show the negative stuff so people get an idea of what's actually going on, but you have this actual idea of what's going on, but you can't just, for the lack of a better term, fearmonger.
Yeah, that's what a lot of news stations do, and I hate that so much.
It's annoying because I want to look at the news. I don't want to see, this city was destroyed from riots, not protests, riots.
Which, don't get me wrong, there have been riots.
Yeah.
That's just a select few protesters that go off on their own.
They're branching off,
causing trouble.
Yeah.
There's like peaceful shit going on, right?
And then they're going.
There's a couple people who just aren't happy with it, I guess.
I guess there's I told my mom this. I said if I were ever join in the looting or the rioting or whatever, this would be me. And it was a picture of people trying to break into the cash, the registers at a Target. Mm-hmm. And then you had this one kid in the back, this skinny nerd looking kid, very nerdy, walking out with a Lego Star Wars box set. I told her, I pointed to him, I was like, that would be me. I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be doing that. I would just grab the Lego stuff and I would get out.
Fair enough, I guess.
Oh, man. I'd probably drop a 20 on the register. It's like
somebody else would just grab that, though.
They would grab it, but at that point, it's on, and it's like, I paid for it. It's like, I know. No, what I would do is I would run up to a self-checkout as fast as I could and just pay and get out. So it's not technically looting. Wow, okay, that makes no sense. I do that too much, and I do it at work too.
If
you want to know,
we all do that.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Same here.
Oh god.
My entire being, it is an enigma. But it does bother me though, because wow, how dare you?
Very easily. Wow, how dare you?
How dare you?
Very easily.
Anywho. It does bother me though how some people are. There was I heard there was one place an entire car lot of 70 cars was stolen from the rioting.
I don't understand.
Like, that's not even rioting. That's organized crime.
That is organized crime. Where's the mafia in all this?
Probably out with the rioters.
It's just you've got the rioters over here. They got the face masks and everything, and they're just running in and walking out. Then you got these dudes in the black suit just walking down the street, just like pop, 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 pop.
No, there's really organized stuff going on.
Yeah,
and that's not rioting. Like, you got protesting, that's the first thing, then it goes into rioting, and then it's just organized crime.
Yeah,
they're all entirely different things.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I guess that's. But I don't want to say people are taking it out of context, because I don't know exactly why they're looting on top of the protesting and everything. But
no, it is being taken out of context because there's a lot of good stuff that's happening. Yeah, there's not being.
And people are just like piggybacking off of the protesting and whatnot, using it as an excuse to do this stuff, which I've never understood. Like, every time there's something that really, I'm not saying triggers, but bothers people enough to the point of them protesting, it seems like there's always someone that starts rioting and looting, and then it just snowballs from there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Maryland. Well, it was a few years ago. I don't remember why they were doing what they were doing in Maryland.
Maryland.
It was not a Maryland at that time. But
I always call it Maryland.
It was, we were going, it happened before we went up to New Hampshire and everything, and you obviously couldn't see anything going on the highway or whatnot, but before that, we'd seen, videos on the news of, like, towns being destroyed, buildings being burnt down and everything. But I don't really remember what it was,
Yeah, I don't know what it is either.
And I'm kind of worried about going anywhere right now because we're going up to New Hampshire here next month.
And I'm gonna be going to Maine 2 months from now.
Yeah, and we're flying too, and I'm just worried. If it was just me, I would be worried, but I would only have to worry about myself. But it's me and my mom and potentially my sister and her boyfriend and everything that are going up there. I hope anyways. But I'm, worried about if someone's going to start something before we get on the plane or while we're on the plane or something.
Wait, what do you mean? Like with all the protests and stuff going on?
Yeah, like someone's like, oh, there's these people on this plane and they can't leave because looks outside really far off the ground and they can't go anywhere, so I'm just going to sit here and go off and everything, and then, oh, they're not paying attention to me, so let me just yeet stuff everywhere, and that worries me. Not that someone's going to do that, because I have a feeling people are going to have more common sense, but I'm just worried something might happen.
Yeah. But,
I'm just more so, I'm just worried.
The world is really worrisome right now.
A little bit.
Oh, but we just gotta keep, trucking through.
Yep.
Yeah, we have to. What really we have to do is we have to be there for each other, and that's just what a lot of people don't feel like doing.
Yeah, and I know there's different mediums to express how people feel and everything, and I follow a couple of artists on Instagram and everything. They do Transformers stuff and whatnot, and I don't know why it's irked me. It doesn't anymore, but they've been using Optimus as like a figurehead because, like, what would Optimus think about this? His coin phrase is like, freedom is the right of all sentient beings. And I
feel like that bothers me too.
But you look at the context, and I mean, he's been an idol for kids for 30-something years now, 35 years. And I mean, he's like the ultimate good guy. Until we get to Michael Bay, then he's just ripping everybody's heads off. But that's a different animal right there.
Michael Bay is a interesting feller.
Travis Knight did Prime better. That's just me. I am open to fisticuffs over that statement.
Alright.
But there's one of them, and it's wow, okay, I just lost everything I was gonna say. That's wonderful. It's like, oh, we're doing a podcast today, and my brain's just like, hey, you know how you're always coherent in a conversation with Josh? Yeah, forget that. We're not doing that.
Nerves can be a little bit of something,
Stop it now. Get some help.
Yeah.
But
sorry, what?
It's again with the thing. I just want to finish my thought on this.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where
if you have your thought back,
go ahead. I've got my thought back. It's
your thought back. I mean, what?
Oh wow. Okay, that's great. One of the images I've seen with Optimus is he's kneeling, in the protest fashion and everything, and it's before I really looked into what's going on, people pinky. Don't wanna say, I don't wanna step on toes here, you know?
Yeah, fair.
I swear, I do this every time I like really need to talk and everything.
Yeah.
My brain's just
You're up on stage.
Yeah, and it's
the entire world is watching you.
And my brain's pulling the plugs all behind the screens.
Elephants are the most colorful animal.
I think I've got it back. Another thing they've been using is the phrase "till all are one."
Till all are one.
Till all are one, which is, you know, it's like a rallying cry, kind of, and it's also like, you know, till all of us are, you know, one. Like there's no differences between.
No
everything.
Racism, no sexism,
nothing. Everybody's just
ageism. Ageism is a thing. You can't.
It is, and
especially from the older generations, it's like
it's just like back in my day we didn't do this. Yeah, well, back in your day was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We're still
things change.
Things change, but not that much, Grandpa.
I mean, look at technology though.
I know technology has made leaps and bounds within the last.
Like I don't even understand most of the technology stuff. Speaking of which, I have a very infuriating story to tell after you're done.
Okay, well, I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done.
Alright.
I've cut that train off. I've thrown it off the bridge. It's not coming back.
Alright, fair enough. So, I did want to talk about the whole George Floyd incident in a whole.
Yeah.
Just momentarily, but so I was at Walmart the other day, right?
Yeah.
And there was these two older ladies, right, looking at computers. They were just passing by. They looked at a computer that was green, about $1,300 laptop. Like instead of my red keys, it was green.
Yeah.
Right? Glowy stuff.
Green would be pretty cool to have.
This is what they said. The one lady is like, "Wow, why is it so expensive?" And the other one's like, "It's because it's green. People like green, so they pay more money."
Oh my god. What?
And that.
I mean, if you don't understand, you just. Ugh. That bothers me too. It's like, what brand was it?
I think it was a Razer. I'm not sure though.
That would be why. And Razer, that's just their thing. It's green.
It was like gaming computers, and she was like, "Why is this so expensive?" It's because it's green. All these kids like green nowadays.
That's not true.
It's
like blue.
I like purple and pink and white.
Black and purple goes pretty good together.
And gray. Like a lighter
Have you ever
gray,
heard of the
darker
rainbow?
gray.
Have you ever heard of the rainbow, Josh? You know the colors on the rainbow? I like the rainbow.
I don't like the colors on the rainbow, but I like rainbow as a color. Yeah,
that hurt my head thinking.
Like
that's how you stop a conversation and it's trash.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's just like what?
Turquoise is a good color too.
Turquoise is a very good color. Another good color is burgundy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big fan of burgundy.
I love burgundy. I'm weird like that.
You know what color I hate though?
Bright yellow.
Yellow. Yeah, bright yellow. I think yellow is my least favorite color.
Yeah, yellow's my
I was gonna say character.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not a big Power Rangers fan anyways, so.
Oh no, dude, I hate Power Rangers.
I remember watching RPMs as a kid, and that was back when we had rabbit ears and whatnot.
Rabbit ears?
Yeah, man, the antennas.
Oh!
I haven't grown up with cable at all. We have a giant satellite dish in the front yard.
Nice.
Hasn't been used since like the 90s. But yeah,
no.
But yeah.
I'm also not a big fan of like some brown colors.
Like the color on the table, I like.
Yeah, it's a nice like woody color.
Yeah, a natural wood brown.
And like the reddish browns. That's a beautiful color.
Yeah, like
or like a really light kind of hazily brown.
Yeah, or burgundy.
No, not burgundy. Burgundy's gross.
Yeah, no, I like a natural brown color. I don't. If you have something that's just like flat brown, like that's okay. The couch is okay.
The couch is borderline okay.
It's borderline okay, but it's comfy as hell, so it's gotta pass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's comfy.
Yeah, like you sit in that thing and you gone, bro. It's comf. That big comf.
I'm gonna try to wash all my blankets today.
I gotta
tomorrow,
do that too.
And I'm just gonna leave some on the couch, just so it's more comfy.
Bro, I would sleep on that couch.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad this is a casual thing, cause I am.
Yeah, dude. My goal is just to make something that entertaining, something that people will listen to, people will watch and stuff.
Hopefully,
yeah. But I also want it to be something that people can just listen to in the background.
Yeah,
while they're doing other things.
And I can confirm it's great to do homework too. I mean,
thank you.
Or just do anything to it. It's perfect background noise.
Thank you. It's been my life work.
Yes.
Speaking of life work, I've tried YouTube like 6 or 7 times.
I've got a video I downloaded that I recorded for Brick Rigs like last year, and my internet's too slow to upload it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like 30 seconds, but it's gonna take forever to load.
No.
I could do it here with your internet, but I don't even remember what the video is.
Hey man, if you want to come over and start doing YouTube videos here, you're more than welcome.
Shoot, I might.
But no, I'm gonna be posting. Here, let me see if I can find it on my YouTube channel. I put a schedule in the About section of my channel. Yep, here it is. It says attempt number 736 on YouTube.
Oh my god.
It's an exaggeration.
I would hope so.
Strange Way is posted every Monday at 7 a.m. That's this. Not necessarily YouTube, but kind of.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to get this out onto an actual podcast form. But to do that, I need patrons on Patreon.
That should, guys, subscribe to Patreon. Yeah, there's cool stuff.
I think it's either... Yeah, I have a lot of things that people can have.
Like $1, $5. I mean...
Yeah, I have it from $1 to $100.
Which is not unreasonable.
Because I don't see anybody paying more than $100, but it's possible.
It's possible, and honestly, $100 is kind of...
I don't want anybody to pay more than $100 for me, because then I would feel guilty.
No, I understand. It's like, I'm doing this good thing, and I also want to make money off of this good thing, but oh my god, people are paying money to listen to me, so I feel bad about people spending their money to hear this, you know. I understand. I do that with a lot of things. It's like when you go to ask someone if they need help, and they're like, "Oh yeah, sure," and it's like, "Do you really need help?" Like, I'm not being intrusive or anything or nothing. It's like, dude, just you're fine. And it takes a couple tries or moments, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I am fine." I'm a little awkward, with certain things.
I mean, we all are.
I wish I wasn't, but you know.
Yeah, fair. If I could find it, I could tell you guys everything that you guys can get.
Hashtag shameless plug.
Oh, I'm super shameless.
Shameless plug. But it's okay because he's plugging himself. In
don't
his
think
own
that's
podcast.
Something that you should say.
I will never say that again now that I think about what I just said. I'm sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's like $5 to $10 a month for actually putting the podcast out there.
Yeah.
I need $205 a month for Maya, which is a 3D modeling software.
Which is very nice.
If you're going to school, you can actually get a free version of it. That's right?
Yeah.
Ooh. And then I need $20 for Substance Painter. And I need, what is it? $4.75. Oh, I love the last one. It just says I can live solely off of Patreon.
Oh my god.
That's all I need. $700 a month, and I can live off of Patreon.
If it's like what, 10 people a month or something, or like 10 people a week, or every 2 weeks, that's like what, $2,000 a week?
$2,000 a week. What?
Yeah, because 100 times 10 is 1,000.
100 times 10?
Yeah.
Why are we 100 times 10?
If 10 people paid the 100
Oh Jesus!
every 2 weeks,
I don't know if I can handle that, dude.
That's about what I'm making.
Here's a special thing for the $100 tier though, because it's a super special. So along with everything else that I would send you, if you give $100 a month, I will send you a box of cool shit like merch and stuff. Also possibly non-merch, like I don't know, if I find like a really cool pack of stickers or something, I'll send it to you. I don't know. Or like there's a can of raviolis or something, and it's like, I really want this, but maybe somebody else will want it more, so I'll send that in the box. Paying $50 a month, we would have to talk about with the company, but any games that I personally make, or anything else that I make, I will send you a free copy. And that's like once a month, or like if you just one-time thing, I got you, but no, just $1 and you have access to the Discord and D&D.
It's not a bad deal.
Yeah, I mean, heck, if we get like I don't know, 100 people, I'll just pay $1. It's $100.
Yeah,
it's a good bit of money.
Yeah, which
I can make that last a lot longer than most people. No offense to most people.
You know who you are.
Yeah, Jack.
Who's Jack?
Steve.
Billy Bob Billy.
And don't forget, use napkin.
The gang's all here.
I feel like I just got off on a little bit of a Patreon tangent.
Us go off on tangents? No, we always stay on topic.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that?
What's what?
I don't know.
Alright.
Anyways. Ooh, squirrel.
Squirrel?
What? Squirrel?
No, I've actually gotten like legit distracted by squirrels before.
If I'm working on something but I don't really want to do it, the slightest thing will I'll just hyper focus on that. And it's like, oh wow, this is so interesting, but I've got to do this. But this thing, man, let me tell you about this thing. It is just it's a thing, man.
Like you just see like a little spider walking around.
It's
like,
just
or an ant.
It's doing the cha-cha slide. They're evolving.
Alright, we're going to take a quick little break, though. We'll be back after the break. The intermission.
The parting of the recording.
Yeah, that. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the intermission. We have for you no products to buy. That means no sponsors, no brand deals, no Raid Shadow Legends. But if anybody wants to sponsor me, hit me up, dudes. I'm totally down. I'm still trying to figure out if there's a way that I can manually do that, which I don't think that there is. I think I need to prove myself as a YouTuber/podcaster. Regardless, the music choice of the week brought to you by the guest, the underappreciated, is Home. The artist is Home, like Home for Christmas, but without the for Christmas, on SoundCloud. Going by the user's going by the name of Randy Goff. I'll be putting a link to that in the description in the video. So that way, if you can't find it on your own, you can just go through there. Besides that, I definitely think that the intermission is lacking some stuff, and obviously it's going to be a little more full whenever we have sponsors and stuff, but it definitely needs some extra little bit of pizzazz. So if anybody has any suggestions, please feel free to comment that down below. I'll definitely think about that and try to get whatever you guys suggest into the intermission spot. Try, not a definitive thing, but I'll try. Anyway, I think that's all we have for your intermission today. Intermissions aren't really important right now, but in the future I'm gonna be glad I did this, probably. I don't know. I could probably monetize this eventually, and I can put the ads, do one before the intermission, one after the intermission, maybe one at the end for good measure, maybe one at the beginning for even better measure. I probably won't do that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to oversaturate it with ads, but it is at least an hour and a half long, so 4 hours and an hour and a half isn't too bad. But then again, I also know that YouTube posts a lot more ads than they used to. But I don't know. We'll see. Goodbye. Go back to your podcasts. Episode 4. Heck yeah. Doing a hand symbol with my hands, but you can't see that. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. From that lovely intermission that we had just there. We've gotten a little off track, so we don't really remember where we were.
What's life, you know?
Yeah. Here, let me move this over a little bit closer.
Just presses every button.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Let me put this a little closer. There we go.
Yeah.
Moist. We have another episode of ASMR.
Yeah, we're gonna make you wish you never clicked on this.
I wish I didn't click on the Be Born button.
Ooh, look at those spikes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just like boop.
I didn't want to talk about George Floyd as a whole.
Yeah.
Did you see that lawyer guy's videos? I'm subscribed to him. He did the thing about second, third degree murder stuff for the officers.
Gotcha. Yeah, they got the officer was charged with third degree, I think it was. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Personally, I do think that the one should have been, arrested for murder.
All four of them need to be.
You think?
Yeah, because I
didn't actually see the video.
I did. You had the dude kneeling on the Floyd's neck, and then you had the one Asian officer just standing off to the side, not doing anything, and then you have another two unnamed officers or what have you. I don't know if they're named or not. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole video. I stopped. But they didn't do anything, you know. They didn't listen to what he said. Like, I mean, if someone's saying they can't breathe, they're not gonna say that for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you can, I don't know, viably tell that, oh, they're just fine, they're just trying to get out of insert situation here. You should listen to them. I mean, you're law enforcement. You have it's serve and protect, not destroy and terrify. I don't know.
You're not wrong.
Some shit like that, you know. I don't talk about politics too much or anything politically related. Not that this is politically related. This has nothing to do with fucking politics, but this is something. I don't know, not to make a joke of me, but this says a lot about our society.
Yeah.
You know, how this was allowed to go on and everything. And it's fucked up that it's taken this, you know, for them to start doing this. And you know, this isn't the only reason that people are protesting and rioting and everything. Like, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that hasn't been reported
for a while.
Yeah, this is stuff's been in the works. But I tend to keep my views to myself because I don't know where anybody stands and I don't want to step on toes.
Yeah, same here.
So it's not a touchy subject for me, don't get me wrong, but I treat it as a touchy subject for other people. Because I got friends who are mid-far right, and then I got a lot of friends that are far left. I don't like using those terms. It's accurate and not accurate all in one go. I think.
Yeah.
Of course, my view on politics is very skewed. As in, I haven't really paid attention to politics in the last 6 years.
Yeah, fair enough. I haven't really done too much.
I told myself when I turned 18, you know, because I know I was supposed to be paying attention to politics before I was able to vote and everything, but I never did because my views on it were like, oh yeah, this is happening, but I can't vote on anything to change anything, so I'm just not going to worry about it. So I was like, I'm just going to wait on this till I turn 18 and I can actually do something about it. But I know I could have done, there's more than one way to go about something. And you don't just have to vote on something. You can vocalize your opinions on the matter, or just go out and say, hey, you know, this isn't right. Or I don't like this shouldn't be done this way, you should do it this way. Or here's a number of reasons. Or here's a list of ways you could do this. And everyone is better than the one that you just listed. Something like that.
Yeah. But no, I going back to the main point though, like he definitely needed to be arrested, the one guy.
Oh yeah, and he did, and people were speculating he was not very nice to his wife because his wife waited for him to be arrested to divorce him. There was a whole statistic thing, I think it was on Reddit again, about police officers and like domestic abuse and everything.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But enough of that topic.
Mm-hmm.
Very charged, very populated topic right now. Let's talk about some paranormal stuff.
Ooh, paranormal stuff. Have, to quote, sorry, that just messed it up. That was my hands thinking without my brain involved. I was closing a box for you guys wanting to know what that was, and I just hit the wall. So if you hear a thud, that's what that was. I'm not great at recording, if you can't tell. I'll be a great ghost because I won't be able to control what I'm hitting and what I'm not hitting. You did say paranormal, right? Okay, cool. My ears can be dyslexic sometimes, I believe. I know, it's as stupid as it sounds. But...
Slidexic.
My family's had a lot of experiences with the paranormal. Like my grandparents' house, mom's parents' house to be specific. They're like my brother and my sister. They've had experiences. You know, someone would call my brother's name, or my sister would have it. She was wow, I can talk. I swear. She supposedly had a friend at my grandparents' house, and I guess she would play with her or something. But one day my sister, Erin, her friend, was like, you know, oh, there's a bad dude or something here now. I don't remember. She couldn't stay because there was like a darker entity or something that was like forcing her out or something, the spirit, something like that, and my sister never heard from her again. And I never felt comfortable in that house. Like when there's people around, it's fine. It's like a normal house, but when there's like a unwelcomed feeling.
Yeah, it's like an energy.
And it's the sewing room now, but it used to be the spare bedroom where we would spend the night and sleep and everything.
Like you can walk into the room and it's this entire thing washes over you.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. It's physically uncomfortable to be in that room. And when I was little, I used to, I don't know if you know what geotrax are, but it's
yeah.
Okay, good. You had a normal childhood.
I did an AIG, the program for academically intellectually gifted. It was a special school that I got to go to every Friday. It was really cool.
Oh.
So not a normal childhood. Unfortunately, it got taken down, because they didn't have enough funding, by 5th grade. So.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. But we went out geocaching one day, our entire class.
Oh. Well, geotrax is trains.
Oh, god damn it.
No, geotrax, it's like, the, Burnout Paradise, those toy vehicles, how they're all squished and everything.
I didn't realize that that's what you were saying until I said the actual word that I was thinking of.
Yeah. But
not gonna lie, geocaching is pretty dope.
What is
you never done it?
No.
So basically you, I don't know, there was like an app or something, and you use maps and shit, and you find the shit. You take whatever was out of there, and you put something else that's cool in.
Oh.
Or something like that, I think.
Oh, okay. That's like, those, rocks with the smiley faces on it. People will put somewhere, like, you grab it and then you move it somewhere else or something.
It's like really real life treasure hunting.
Yeah, I know where one's at, and it's in the middle of a stream behind a fence that you cannot get to. Up in the mountains, up in New Hampshire, the White Mountains actually, where the area where you can go see the old man in the mountain. It's actually really cool. The old man in the mountain fell. It collapsed at early 2000, something like that. But anyways. I would play with my geotrax. It's just trains. You set them up, you run them around and everything. There was a bucket of Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars.
Oh, actually, I do think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think I'm right this time. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. You keep talking.
But it would just be me by myself, and as long as I focus on the toys I was playing with, I wouldn't, really feel the presence. And talking about it now, I can feel it, but I can't explain it very well. But there was just sometimes I'd be over there doing that, and I couldn't be in that room, and sleeping in that room was a nightmare. Because that's when it was at its worst. Like, you're trying to go to sleep, but you feel like you're just something doesn't want you in there. Like, you don't feel something.
Oh, dude, I love those things.
I know, they're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, my little brother has mine, and he still plays with it pretty often.
I need to buy the entirety of everything they've ever made.
Yeah, we just need to rebuy everything. Those things are fun.
Geotrax, if you don't know what geotrax are, you need to Google
You didn't have a childhood.
That is magical stuff right there. It's trains. It is squished up chibi trains pretty much, but it's amazing. And I am going to look that up on Amazon at some point in time and might or might not buy it. That's just me.
Dude.
That's the set I had.
Yeah, that's the first set I
That's
got, too.
the set I had. I still have that.
It's the one with the 2 green mountains and the gray bridge across it.
Oh my god, I used to take the bridge off and just let the train crash. I would
Same.
I would just crash those trains, man. I will not lie. I had the motorized one, and I have a couple of diesels.
Yeah, I actually don't remember if I got this or if it was one of my little brothers that got this.
That was.
But it was fun regardless.
That was back when they had those automated Thomas the Tank Engine toys. I would get those too. Oh, bro, there's a joke.
I never got those.
Oh, dude, I love that stuff. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. There's
like, if you have kids, or even if you want to just play with it yourself, we're not gonna judge.
I still collect Transformers. I've got no room to judge here.
It was released in 2007, apparently.
Oh my god, that hurts me.
So I was 9.
I was 7.
Around 9, yeah. So
that hurts me.
Might have been my little brother's. My middle little brother.
My cousin used to have a lot of these, and it's like, I've never seen these in the store. What? Oh my god, that's amazing.
Oh, did you have anything else to talk about with the ghost, though?
Oh, yeah!
Because that's what we were talking about
Yeah,
originally.
and then we go talking about toy trains. I love that. But yeah, and there's, they don't own it anymore, but it was a house built by my family in the 1800s, something like that, and the first floor got moved up to be the second floor, and then they lifted the house up and built the third floor and everything, and there was quite a lot of spirits in that house. Like, there was this tall dude who would take up the entirety of the hallway. It was just a shadow. There was an old lady in the computer room, and if you went upstairs towards the maid quarters or something, it was like evil spirits or something in there. I've never had an experience in that house, and I more so just freaked myself out because, oh, you're alone, there's gonna be ghosts. Spooky. But I never experienced it. The most paranormal thing I can think of that I've actually encountered is when my cat Nanny died. Well, it was after she died. This is back when my brother was still living in the house, so we shared a bunk bed, and I don't remember if I woke up in the middle of the night. No, that's what it was. I woke up in the middle of the night because I felt something looking at me, and I look out because I can see the back door from my bed when our bedroom door's open, and there was these 2 red orbs looking at me, and there was no pupils. It was you know how like the Eye of Sauron, how it has that stuff floating around, like the black stuff. That's what it was, like red, but it had like light black stuff floating around in it. But again, there was no pupil, but I could feel them looking. But it turns out
it was a toy train.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a geotrax, and if it was, I would have ran out and grabbed that thing and thrown it in my toy box. What are you talking about? But no, it did that for 3 nights, I think, and it was just looking at me.
Did you ever go out there, like in the morning, to see?
Yeah, if there was look, and there was nothing out there.
Nothing reflective. No?
And this was like right up on the door.
Did you ever go out at night when it was out there?
I'm ugly, not stupid.
Good thing I'm both.
Nice. But no, I mean, I've seen another dead cat in the window, like a vague shadow shape in the window, but that's about it. I've never really had any paranormal experiences. Well, I don't know. I was out playing with construction toys in the middle of the driveway, and my brother was out on his dirt bike, but I don't remember hearing the dirt bike. All I remember is I'm playing with an excavator and a dump truck, and I look up and there's this giant muddy monster looking at me, and I swear to God, it was just, the center was black with a darker brown for the outline and red eyes, and I just ran inside. I don't know what my brain was on, but it was my brother. But I don't remember him coming in the house after me or anything like that, because he had wrecked his dirt bike, which was a common occurrence. I remember one day watching him drive out in the front yard, and next thing you know, he's sailing in the air.
Jesus.
Yeah. I want a dirt bike. Or a four-wheeler or something.
A four-wheeler would be cool.
Oh yeah, dude. I love four-wheelers.
Same here.
Or a utility vehicle or something like that. It's like a four-wheeler on crack. No, sorry. It's a mini truck. It's like a super mini truck.
Super mini.
That can go 70 miles an hour. So it can do the speed limit, people.
I mean, whenever I was in Maine, we had like four-wheelers and stuff, so that was pretty cool.
My great aunt and uncle, they live on a lot of property, so they got four-wheelers and whatnot to haul carts around.
I feel that.
Yep.
I got, I think, 5 or 6 hours last night, which is pretty good for me.
Welcome to the chill portion of the podcast, everybody. We're tired.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm about to like fall asleep.
Yeah, man. I think when I get home, I might take a nap.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go to sleep like
as soon as I leave.
Yeah. As soon as you leave, I'm
you
just
gotta
passed out.
Close the door and just pass out, stumble onto your couch.
I'm gonna just fall asleep right there at the door.
Yeah.
Not even gonna close it. Not even gonna lock it.
Someone goes to rob the house and they open up the door and you're just like...
They go get a blanket.
It's just like, well, before we rob the house, let's put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're getting off topic.
Nah, we don't have any topics. The topics are a lie.
Hell
like the
yeah.
cake.
No, the cake is amazing.
I don't like cake that much.
How are you American?
I also don't like steak.
I can see that.
Oh, but cake is where you draw the line.
Cake is where I draw the line, you're damn right. And you better like mac and cheese, too.
Not Munster. Of course I like mac and cheese.
Monster. Do you like Munster cheese?
No, I'm not a fan of Monster cheese.
Hey.
I mean, Monster cheese is kind of good. But, not a big fan. No.
Yes.
Nick over here is murdering snakes.
It's because you don't like Munster cheese, you monster.
I do like Monster cheese, just not a huge amount.
Well, cheese is cheese.
Yeah.
Except blue cheese. Blue cheese is the worst cheese, and I will fight on that statement.
Pepper jack is the best cheese, though.
Warm pepper jack.
Warm pepper jack?
Yeah, man.
Like milky?
I don't like cold pepper jack, but I can do
cold pepper jacks. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, it's like one of those. You go to like a family gathering, and it's home cooked food, but it's got that really cheap southern flavor to it that I've experienced way too much. It reminds me of that, and I don't like it. But if you make a grilled cheese sandwich with the pepper jack on there,
just really any sandwich in general.
Grilled cheeses, man. Let me tell you, my grandmother makes a banging.
Have you used mayo instead of
yes.
butter?
It is amazing.
Right?
Speaking of mayo, have you ever had a mayo and peanut butter sandwich?
Get out of my house.
This is what we call a poor sandwich right there. I used to make those when I was little.
Nick, no.
I don't remember what it was that made me like them so much.
No, Nick.
Jeez.
Please tell me again. What kind of sandwich?
Peanut butter and mayonnaise.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. That's
Well,
awful.
Nothing's worse than peanut butter and a mayonnaise sandwich. There's way better things to make. But if you are poor, like crippling poor, that's all you got in the pantry.
Just eat bread.
But it makes it spicy.
Nick, no.
Nick, yes.
Oh, let's.
And like that, Josh's podcast is falling apart.
Come on, man. Peanut butter and mayo, really?
Look, bro, it's not as bad as you.
Alright, in the comments below, talk about how bad Nick is for thinking this.
I didn't think this. I thought about peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. I'm not thinking about that word.
What word?
This. You said Nick thinks. I don't know, man. I was trying to make a joke, damn it. My brain is shutting down higher priority functions right now.
Okay, my brain doesn't work, really.
You have a brain?
No?
Hey, same.
Heck yeah.
Woo. Mine just left the building.
Oh, there it goes.
Achieving all the dreams.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
So, let's talk about what you want to see in the future. Because we are trying to become a company.
Yeah. I would like to see that become reality. And I would... I don't want... I do that. I've done that so much. Oh my god. I'll say we would. If we become successful, like get close to AAA status, that'll be great. That's not what I want. I don't want to be AAA because I've seen what AAA companies are like. I've read articles about how AAA companies treat their employees and everything.
Yeah.
And it's not all of them. Not all of them are bad. Don't get me
Just
wrong.
most of them.
Most of them. Activision being one of them. But if we are successful enough to be financially secure for the rest of our lives,
That's enough for me.
That's enough for me. That's all I want. I don't want...
Well, maybe a little bit extra to buy like some Pokemon cards or
Oh,
something.
hell yeah, man. Restore my chart. Hell, restore every vehicle that's on that property. Oh, what? 2 of them? 3 of them?
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, man. The 2 that really needed are the 69 and the Dakota.
Yeah, 69.
Nice. It's a Ford. Not so nice. It's dead. But, as long as I don't have to worry about money in general, I mean, I don't really care what we do.
Yeah, that's really my goal too.
And if we make it big, you know, like if we have more money than we know what to do with, that's going into savings. I am not going to go spend it willy-nilly.
I might spend it willy-nilly.
Well, I'm not going to spend it willy-nilly like a celebrity. I'm just going to spend it willy-nilly like I get $20 in a toy store.
I'm going to get takeout whenever I want it.
Yeah. Pre-2010. Back when $20 could actually get you something good.
Yeah. Or I'll go to the movie theater if I feel like it, you know?
Yeah, man. We should
Maybe like bowling or something.
Bowling. Oh, dude, we should do that.
I mean, there's bowling, like, not even, like, 20 minutes down the street.
Yeah, no, it's at the other end of Berkeley.
I don't think they're open right now, though, because of the whole Rona.
The big R.
The big R.
Big Corona. My Sharona.
So is that the soft R? Corona?
Corona. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We warned you, people. And you clicked on this video anyways.
Well, technically it might have been just autoplay.
Very true.
But probably not, because, I mean, come on. It's not like we're exactly rolling in views and subscribers here. Speaking of which, subscribe if you haven't already, please.
Then make sure to smash that like button.
I love it. Whenever we start the actual YouTube channel of our group, that needs to be the outro every time.
What?
What you just did.
Oh, that was crisp. Look at that.
Crisp.
I apologize for any headphone users, which will probably be me.
You're just doing this to yourself now, man.
I am.
But no, we have a lot of goals. But what kind of goals are your goals? Because I'm sure you have like something in particular that you really want to do or that you really want to achieve.
Just to get my name out there.
Yeah.
That's about it. Like, I don't even want to, be like known worldwide or something, but if like I want to make a forklift game. I'm gonna say that right here, right now. It's gonna be a puzzle game. It's gonna be fun. Can't make that promise because I don't know. It could be the most boring forklift simulator, like one of those.
We'll try to make it fun.
Yeah, it'll try to make it fun. Not like one of those.
It'd be like the new Portal.
Yeah, not one of those. Not one of those 3D card games you see on the App Store that are like
awful.
Why'd you make this?
Yeah.
Like, why? But like,
quick cash grab.
If someone says, "Oh, I play Forklift Simulator," and someone's like, "Oh, wow, really? Yeah, that's a fun game, man. Yeah." Like, I'll be happy with that.
Is that what you're naming it?
Maybe.
Right.
Details to come later, ladies and gentlemen.
We So your biggest goal is to make a game about a forklift, is what I'm getting.
No, I want to, like I said, just get your name out there.
Yeah. No, same here.
Not to be a household name or anything, but just to be. No. I'm a broken record. I keep saying just to have my name out there and be known or something, but that's all I really want. I mean, I want to make games. Making games is fun. Granted, I haven't touched programs in a long time because, what with boot camp and the big Rona and everything. I've been out of the loop for God knows how long.
But that can be fixed.
Yeah.
And that's really all I want to do too, is I just want it to be known, I want to have my name out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Outside of that and just being financially comfortable, I don't have many things.
Yeah. That's about the extent of what I want to.
But as a current goal right now, I need to replace the headlights on the headlight casings on my truck, because I don't know if you people know this. The headlights on a Dodge Ram are one unit. Your regular
it's a whole unit.
Beams and your high beams, right? Your low beams, high beams, whatever. I'm not a car guy, okay? If you get triggered, you get triggered. That's on you. There was a warning at the beginning of this. But the regular headlight, that part of the casing is yellowed out and everything. I think it's original to the truck, so it's like 21 years old. But the high beam casings are crystal clear, which bothers me more than it should. So I'm going to replace that. That's goal number something out of 10.
Wait, so why does that bother you so much?
Because part of it's yellowed and part of it's not.
Is it like uneven or?
No, it's even. It's just it bothers me.
Okay.
I'm working it up to be more than what it is. I know that, but it's not. This isn't clickbait, guys. This is not clickbait.
I mean, I might make it clickbait.
This has just become a ramble session.
Yeah.
I dig it though.
Yeah, it's good to talk about stuff.
But goal number 1 right now is just getting through college.
Yeah, that's my number 1 goal too. I just
Graduating in the spring.
Yep. I graduate in. I don't know. I have like 2 classes left, but I can't take them until not this semester, but next semester. Or no, not next semester, but the semester after that.
So not fall semester, but spring semester.
Yes.
And then you graduate.
Yes.
Oh.
So wait, does that mean I'm graduating at the same time as you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And prep.
What about Ben?
I think Ben and Lewis will be graduating as well.
Lewis is already gone, dude.
What?
Lewis is gone.
He's not doing it anymore?
No, he graduated like a while ago.
Oh. My God.
Yeah, that's why he isn't around for Game Club that much.
Okay. That's what I get for not paying attention.
Mind blown.
No, more like mine stopped working.
Fair. It's okay. My mind doesn't work sometimes. Check out my Instagram story.
I saw that. You shouldn't carry Febreze and spray it while going up the stairs.
Yeah. It's a temporary. It was a. What was the? Hold on. My tummy is rumbling. I've made a severe and continuous lapse of my judgment. Yeah. I'm making fun of Logan Paul. Oh. I have an anti-pickup line. Is your name Logan? Because I find you appalling.
Wow.
I love that one.
That's horrible.
It works for Jake too.
You're not jaking around, are you?
Jake the dog?
Finn the human.
Well,
Adventure time.
My life is an adventure time.
My life is not an adventure, that's for sure. Big oof.
Big oof.
Big oof oof.
Big oof.
Oof oof oof.
Speaking of which, have you ever heard of Jack's films?
Yep, never watched them.
You should look up Mimi Big Boy.
Number of things I'm not looking up.
It's a video made by Jack Films. And it's a wonderful video. You should watch it. It's a great video.
I would hope so if that's his YouTube channel.
Wait, what's his YouTube channel?
Jack's Films.
Yeah, Jack's Films.
You know what I mean? I know what I mean.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get you. No, my brain is mush at this point.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, speaking of mush, I've been watching The Owl House recently.
You know what I've been watching?
What?
I don't know. I need to find something to watch.
You should watch The Owl House. It's really good, and you should watch it.
It takes a lot for me to get into.
It's only like 9 or 10 episodes.
Oh god, that's like an afternoon.
Yeah, it's not that bad. And you can find it all on YouTube. I mean, obviously you should support it from the actual TV station if you can, but if you can't, just make sure you buy, the merch if you can.
If you can.
Or, promote it in some way, I know a lot of people nowadays don't really watch things in a way that, is exactly beneficial for the creators. So try to negate that with,
I can tell you if it's on Hulu, I'm not watching it.
I'm not sure what it's on. I think it's just on the TV.
Yeah, I don't like Hulu. That's a bad business model right there.
I know you can watch it on YouTube though. That's all I know.
I will be watching it on YouTube though.
All right. It's like in 1 or 2 minute clips, but
never mind.
It's not bad.
You know what you need to watch?
What?
Camp.
I do. I love Camp.
Camp's amazing. And they released the 3rd season not too long ago. I need to go and watch that.
Oh, same here. I don't even think I got through season 2.
Dude, I was staying the night over at Willie's one time, and we went to bed at 11 or something, and I watched both seasons of Camp. I didn't even sleep. It was like 3 in the morning by the time I was done with everything.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I was like, I could have slept.
It's really not that long of a show if you think about it.
It's not. It's like I tried to watch Red vs. Blue.
It's a lot.
I watched everything they had on Netflix, and then season 13. It's just confusing, to say the least.
Yeah, I watched pretty far in the Red and Blue, Red versus Blue.
It was good, and from what I remember, the story was pretty consistent. For it being a machinima.
Yeah.
And everything.
I feel like at first they were just like messing around, and they didn't really have a story in mind.
But then they were like, oh hey, we can really do something with this.
It's like people come up with like a fan theory and stuff, and it's like, this isn't what we had planned, but this is what we have planned now. Yeah,
it's just like, hey man, that idea is a lot better than ours working it. We're just gonna use this.
Just gotta write this into canon really quick. What other shows do they have? Oh, they got Ruby.
I don't care for Ruby. I tried watching that in high school and I just could not get into it.
I think that the first couple seasons were good, but after, the unfortunate death of Monty I think it just went downhill from there.
No, the only death that really bothered me was Spear Girl, who turned her spear into a carbine.
What happened?
One of the characters deaths. She was like the only character.
No, I'm talking about like a real person.
No. In the show, the character who had a spear, but it was also a gun. Hold
on. But no, if anybody's wondering, we're talking about Rooster Teeth, who also does, what was it, Achievement Hunter?
I think so.
I was like super into them in the back in the day, and I still watch them from time to time. Michael and Gavin are amazing. So is Jeff. Geoff. Never seen Jeff spelled that way.
That's just...
It's like G-O-F-F.
Joff.
Sounds French.
This podcast is going down.
Jeff, come on my podcast. You won't.
He's like, alright then.
I've called out so many people so far. Have I called out the president yet? Hey president, come on my podcast. You won't.
It's not huge enough. Pyrrha, that was her name.
Oh. Spoilers.
That happened like years ago, my guy.
Spoilers.
Well,
I mean, it's not spoiling for me, but it could be spoiling for other people.
Well, there was a tag on here at the beginning of the podcast, and you could have clicked off of it. Could have saved yourself a lot of heartache.
Not gonna lie, I didn't really like her as a character that much.
And
I know that sounds really rude of me to say, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think my favorite character is probably Blake.
I think that's a lot of people's favorite character.
No, apparently it's like Blake is one of people's least favorite characters.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard at least. I heard Weiss is like a close second for least favorite.
Yeah.
Well, out of the main four.
Weiss is a bitch.
Not a fan of Weiss.
Mm-mm.
A lot of people do like her though.
Yeah.
It's like some people are just like
I guess
really into these characters.
And that is, I like them, but that's just it. They're characters.
Yeah.
They're not real.
To be fair, I get really invested in TV shows.
Yeah, no, I say what I just said, but I am a hypocrite of the highest degree. If I watch a TV show with characters I really like and I finish the series and can't watch anything, I genuinely get upset.
Like, I get invested, and if something sad happens, I'ma cry.
And it's like that with video games too.
Yeah.
Especially with like XCOM.
Well, video games are a lot more immersive. So.
They are, and with XCOM, you know, you have your characters. They're
not too familiar with XCOM.
Well, it's you get randomly generated characters and everything, and throughout the story they level up and whatnot, and they can become pretty badass. I had one. Her name was Andrea Green, and she's a specialist. Well, not a specialist. Sorry, she's got a shotgun and a sword. She can be really powerful and everything, and. You know, she was one of the first characters I got. Then I had some dude, Andrew something. He was a marksman, and he was doing really good. He was one of my top characters. And then I lost him along with 4 other people in a mission, and I was genuinely upset by that. Like, I'd only been playing with this man for half an hour, but he died, and I felt that.
Kind of sounds like Pokemon Nuzlocke Challenge, because that just tears at your soul, dude.
Like, back to that question you asked me about goals. If we can make a game that has a story with characters that resonates with at least one person, and then
Todd Howard Dating Simulator. By the way, if you guys want Todd Howard Dating Simulator, I'm working on it now. Chapter 1 is coming out soon.
Hit that Patreon.
Yeah. The more money we get, the faster that comes out.
Hell yeah, man.
Chapter 1 is going to be coming out soon. I've been working on a lot of the choices for that.
Can confirm there's a lot of choices.
There's a lot of choices.
And it's well written.
Thank you.
Even though it's written by one dude.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Snake.
Cha.
Ow, my finger. And you were saying about...
But, like, as long as we can make one person, you know, like, that's their favorite game, or that's one game that they consistently go back to just because of how good it is. Like, Fallout.
Binding of Isaac.
Like, Fallout. Like, I've played that game to death. I've done, not everything, but I've done all the stuff that I wanted to do. And I'll come back to it. Like, Fallout 4, I at least do one playthrough a year. Since I've gotten it. I can't not play that game. And then
I've actually never beaten it. Like
you're
Skyrim.
You're not missing much. I beat Skyrim.
I've played Skyrim for so long and I've never beaten it.
I beat Skyrim, and I honestly don't understand the appeal of that game. Of course, I'm a Fallout fan first and an Elder Scrolls fan second.
So, I feel conflicted on that because I think some of the Elder Scrolls games are better than the Fallout games, but I think some of the Fallout games are better than the Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah, like in terms of...
It entirely depends on which game it is.
If Obsidian got to keep the rights to... the people that moved to Obsidian after the company split up, I don't remember the name of the company, but if they got to keep the rights to Fallout would be a completely different game. That's why New Vegas is held as one of the best games. I feel like it's one of the best games. It's got a really good story. I almost said it's got a really story. You know, like it's much story, very well. But it's a great game. It is, and then I went back and I played Fallout 3 for the first time after playing New Vegas for hundreds of hours. And Fallout 3 is lackluster in almost every way.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Fallout 3. I've heard a lot of complaints about it, it's kind of... You're kind of forced to do these specific things, and then your character doesn't even make the final choices.
It's linear in many ways.
Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, it's all right, but
it's like if Activision tried to make an open world campaign.
So.
Except Activision's gunplay is more engaging.
So I think we're about ready to wrap things up.
Yeah.
And whenever we wrap things up, we always talk about some zombies. Because we can never go wrong with zombies. Everybody loves zombies.
Oh, yeah.
So, question involving that. What is your weapon of choice?
My weapon of choice, as it stands right now, I have a little hatchet, machete, axe thing, whatever you want to call it, I got from work. And it's sharp. It's really sharp. I have slit the top of my finger open with it.
Ooh.
Didn't mean to. I was topping a tree, and I grabbed a branch and moved the axe back, and the top half of the axe is very sharp. That really hurt. But I would use that, and I've got a little pocket knife I would use for like close quarters. Like if I lost the axe, this would be like my last resort weapon.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't recommend a pocket knife.
Yeah, no. But as a true weapon of choice, shotgun. Doesn't matter what kind of shotgun, just a shotgun. Because what's more fun than blowing stuff to bits and hearing nothing, I tell you.
That's fair. And where would you have your base of operations?
Well, if there's zombies like from Dying Light, so mostly Romero zombies. Are they Romero zombies in Dying Light?
I don't know.
I think they're Romero zombies.
I'm not a very
Romero zombies are slow.
I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to the movie zombies.
Oh, if it was Romero zombies, I would just have something like 10 feet off the ground. Like they couldn't climb up it or anything.
Fair enough.
If it was World War Z zombies, I would die. I wouldn't have time to pick something out. I would die. I'm not that athletic.
So any specific places though?
Well, where I live is swampy and everything. There's a lot of big, sturdy trees. You could build a base on top of those trees. You know?
Nice.
Yeah, and there's a lot of wildlife there, so they would act like as a natural defense or something.
Yeah.
Unless they're deterred
or distraction.
Yeah. It's like, oh, Mom, let the bears get eaten. Let's run. The bear turns into a zombie. Well, we're dead. No. Yeah.
I actually just watched Scout's Guide to Survival or whatever.
I want to watch that. Is it good?
It's good. And the animals become zombified.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So there's a couple animal scenes.
Jeez.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's pretty great.
That's great. I love it. I think... Yeah. I think, therefore, I am.
I also think sometimes.
I think it hurts
sometimes.
I think and it hurts sometimes.
3-person team.
Alright, that's what I was gonna get at. I was gonna wait for you to initiate that bit. That's why I said I think and then spaced out. 3-person team. Does it have to be real life people or can it just be anybody?
Doesn't matter. Anybody. Anything.
Okay, pretty much anybody from the Gears of War universe. So the 2 people would be Marcus and Coltrane. Augustus Cole. Coltrane runs on whole grain, baby. Woo! And Doom Guy. Just they can use me as cannon fodder. I don't care.
All right, fair enough.
3 very swole men who know how to use guns in close quarter combat.
I'm judging you very hard right now.
You can judge me all you want. Gears of War is a great game. I know what you're thinking about, and I hate you for it. I don't roll that way.
But I just wanted to thank everybody for joining us up in his house.
Guys, remember to subscribe and smash that like button.
Thank you.
And ring that notification bell.
No. I would like to I was wondering, where can the viewers find you? If they would like to find you.
I mean, I work at Tractor Supply. I mean, I'm not.
Just real life position, just all out here.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no place to find me. I'm on Steam a lot. My name, Nabatronus Maximus. I mean, on there, I play War Thunder. My name's convoluted name on there. I was really salty when I made that name. But outside of going to work, real life, I don't really go anywhere, so you won't find me. I shouldn't even said where I work, but that's just how it rolls. That's how my brain works.
I mean, you know, like Instagram or...
Yeah, Instagram, same name, Nabatronus Maximus. Reddit, same thing. I'm not an original person. The longer you know me, the more you'll find that out.
I mean, to be fair, I got HyperMallow and everything.
I use the same password for about 10 different accounts.
I use the same password for about 100 different accounts.
Oh my god.
And I'm not exaggerating.
If we get hacked, we're screwed.
Well, the good thing is, I have variations. Like, I have capital letters, I have lowercase letters.
I don't. I've used the same email. Good lord. The same password on my email for 8 years now.
Like, I have a little bit of a, just to give you guys a hint, I have a little bit of a repetition in my password. So if I need to come up with a new password, I just repeat it a little bit more. And right now, I think I have, for my school email, like 9 repetitions or something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
That's a bit much.
it's a long password.
If I can't remember my password, I just reset my password. There's been times where I've reset my password, had to type my password in, and can just completely forgot what my password was.
Yeah, fair.
And then I'm like, I've been sitting there for 20 minutes resetting my passwords.
Or like, you're typing your password in and it says that it's not working, so you go to reset it. And you type that in as your new password, and it says you can't use the same password as the last password that you used. Or something like that.
Yeah. And then you go to type that password in, and it's like, oh, wrong password.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, or listening. Not really watching. Watching if you donate to Patreon, maybe. Maybe.
In the future.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys. Please tune in for the next one. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys.
Yeah, vendetta, she love it on my sweater. I think I might get revenge, cause we're not friends no more. Vendetta, I know that she gon' want some more. I let it come and I hit it, then kick her out the door. You know that I can never say goodbye. I love it when you try to tell me lies. Don't ever think twice. Fuck is kicking, the bun is all it is. So fuck all the calls I'm missing. No. I'm burning roses, dripping blood just like a ritual. I'm smoking blunts and sipping 40s, that's the usual. I turn it up, I kill myself, bitch, that's a bitch. I'm as a devil, he told me to get my ducks in.